like a monkey stand right now. It's day 4 in Maui and it's 6:45 a.m. which means I slept through all my alarms to go see the Haleakala volcano at sunrise, which means I'm gonna have to go do that tomorrow, and today I'm just gonna switch things up, go to the road to Hana, which is supposed to be one of the most beautiful things in all of Maui.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions having that.
To all my friends that are concerned about me driving a pickup, no, I'm not banging my cousin yet.
And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much.
I'm at the Keanae Lookout point. Okay, can't stop, gotta move on. There's a lot to see.
Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? And all that you were having the time of your life. But think twice.
So what you just saw back there is sort of a blowhole created by volcanic rock. These things are pretty common in pretty much every island in Hawaii. And this place is called Wai'anapanapa State Park. I think I'm the only person I've seen so far in this park, which is nice, I guess. More recently, locals set up checkpoints to stop travelers from, or tourists from coming here. There didn't seem to be any today, so that's good, but I'm still trying to respect what the locals were trying to do. There's not a lot of good medical resources on the eastern side of Maui, and they're trying to protect their vulnerable population, and I completely understand that, which is why I came out with food and water and everything else I'm gonna need, and I'm gonna try to not to talk to anyone throughout the whole day.
Think you are. Bless your soul. You really think you're in control. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose their lives. I wanna live. And all I remember is thinking, I wanna be like them. Since I had like fun, in the smoke when we sit inside the car.
Hey guys, I'm on Red Sand Beach on the town of Hana, which is really hard to get to. The place I'm standing right now actually is some wet lava rock, which is super slippery. So I'm not gonna stay here for too long because I don't want to get my shoes drenched again before the volcano hike. That did not work. Shoes definitely got drenched. right now, and I think I'm on my last stop for the day on the road to Hana. This is actually past Hana. I think I've driven only around 60 miles or 100 kilometers, but that whole road is so winding. For the most part, you can't go more than 10 or 20 miles per hour. So this took 3.5 hours of driving to get here. Where I'm at right now is technically inside Haleakala National Park. As you can see, the trails are a lot better marked here, and this one's meant more for tourists. But it's got some nice views. It's the Pools of Ohe'o behind me right now, and there's like another trail that I think I'm gonna go on in a second. So I was driving back home and I just found this trail on the side of the road. This is ridiculous. What a way to end the day. It's 4:30 a.m. About to head to the volcano summit. It's gonna be super cold out there, so I need to take all my winter clothes with me. The elevation is around 10,000 feet or 3 kilometers. I am at the summit. This is fucking awesome. It's pretty cold, but not as bad as I expected it to be. I'm gonna drive up to a different spot now. My eyes are getting watery. It's not because I'm emotional, but it's the wind. But this view is probably one of the more incredible things I've seen. It really makes me thankful to be alive. This brings me to why I couldn't make it, why I couldn't wake up yesterday. So for those of you who watched the last video, I almost drowned like 1.5 days ago in the evening when I was surfing. And I was in shock. Like, at first I was in denial, but then I couldn't sleep. That's why I couldn't wake up at 3 a.m. And then I started thinking about death for the last day or so. And something I realized is that if I were to die right now, it would really suck for my friends and my family. And I do want to live, but I don't think I would die with a lot of regrets. And I think it's entirely because for the last 3 years or so, I've been living with the intention of making the most of every moment, and it started right after my trip to Indonesia with my mom. If you guys have been following this channel for a couple of years. But I met a guy at a hostel on New Year's Eve 2018, and he told me the story about his dad who passed away at a young age. His dad didn't do what he wanted to do his whole life because he was saving it for when he gets old, and he never got to get old. And that story changed my life. That story sort of made me realize that I was his dad. My life was heading in that direction. I was putting off traveling extensively, doing all the things I love just for a safer future. And I don't want to say that planning for the future is not important, but it's also important to live for now. To live like there might not be a tomorrow. I hope this was a useful message to whoever's watching. Friends, family, strangers, maybe myself 20 years down the line if I need a reminder. But yeah, it's good to live for the present. It's not always happy times, and it's a pandemic right now, so there's loneliness and depression, but in general in life, I'm content with myself. And I don't think that was something I was able to say a couple of years ago. Alright, that's enough for the emotional talk. It's 6:30 a.m. and I'm back home again. It's crazy how many cats there always are in this driveway. About to go to this place called Hookipa Beach to try to find some turtles now. So this is a spot where I've been surfing 2 of the last 3 evenings, and it looks a lot less crowded in the evenings or in the mornings than it does in the evenings. I realized yesterday that there are a lot of turtles here all the time, so I figured I'd just come here and try to get some shots of them.
But you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my best. This enough is going to stop me, but divine intervention, I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some. But I don't want it. It's all.
It's crazy how clumsy these things look on the land, but in the water they move so much faster than I ever will. If you watched the last video, you remember when I was chilling on my surfboard and this one popped up and hit my foot, and before I could even look underwater properly to see what's going on, it was like gone, 3 feet away. Alright, it's been real in Maui. If you like this video, don't forget to like it, comment, subscribe, the usual stuff. And now I'm off to the next Hawaiian island, Kauai.
Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plans and damn, you're free. I look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 and love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved. Love, 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 love. So I want it. So I'll take
Right here is the coolest hike I've done in Hawaii so far. I'm not sure how anything else could beat views like this.